Hello, my name is Zachary Cox, and today I'm going to tell you about one of the single most important tools any college student will ever pick up. It's one of the most underappreciated, yet one that we always use every single day of our lives. This item is known as the pencil. I'm sure we could all relate to how important the pencil is in our lives. I mean, imagine blueprints and other written documents and how they would look if we had to use permanent ink and couldn't erase. For such a commonplace and underappreciated object, the pencil actually has an interesting story behind its origins. Let's talk about the history of the pencil, the origins of the popular pencil design, and how the pencil has changed over time into its modern form. Let's go back to the time of the Roman Empire to see the precursor of the pencil, the stylus. The stylus was an instrument used by the Romans to leave readable marks on papyrus, which was an early form of paper. The stylus was mainly made out of lead, but later graphite was discovered to leave a darker mark. Eventually, after the discovery of a large deposit of graphite in England, they switched from lead to graphite. These graphite sticks were very brittle and broke very easily, so they developed wooden holders to hold the graphite sticks. These eventually became the mass-produced wood-cased pencils we know today. Germany was the birthplace of the mass production of pencils. It happened in the 1600s, but mass production really took off in the 19th century Industrial Revolution. According to Pencils.com, early American pencils were designed with wood that primarily grew in the southern parts of the United States. That's why, to this day, most producers of pencils in America are found in the South. Many pencils were left unpainted so buyers could appreciate the superior craftsmanship of the wood casings. However, the yellow color we all know and love today soon came into play and was used by all major producers. At the time mass production was coming around, the best graphite in the world came from China. Yellow is a royal color in Chinese culture, so American pencil makers began using yellow to signify that their pencils used superior Chinese graphite. Pretty soon, almost every pencil produced was being made in the regal yellow, and the color went from being a regal color of royalty and superior graphite to just simply being a commonplace pencil thing. While yellow is one of the defining features of the pencil, the shape is also important. Pencils back then looked a lot different than from what they look like today. The first pencils were basically chunks of graphite wrapped in sheepskin and string. Soon after, they became chunks or squares of graphite cut to fit into grooves inside of wooden holders. Then a Frenchman named Conté created a new method of making pencil lead. The graphite that came from this process was brittle and could not be cut by a saw like other graphites at the time. This meant that an entirely new type of pencil had to be designed around the more brittle Conté graphite. The pencils are still changing to this day in forms of mechanical pencils, which can be refilled and don't need sharpening. In conclusion, the pencil is one of the most important yet underappreciated tools of our day. I hope you've all found the history behind this usually overlooked item to be interesting.